One of the things I find most fascinating, what I preach about when it comes to sales, is because you're interacting with another human in a sales process, it's
Yeah.
like everything comes to the table and you get an immediate feedback. So like if you're coming in with like wanting, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna sell this. I want to sell with love, but like you're truly much more concerned about your commission, about like being the top salesperson than the transformation or the impact you make for the person. The other person can kind of feel it, and then you can see your results start to dipping, and like you get very quickly kind of a feedback on where you are, and all the insecurities come up too. Like sales is a lot more raw than most people assume it to be.
Yeah, I stopped selling a long time ago, and I'm an excellent marketer. So I don't want to sell. I don't want to seduce. I don't want to convert. I do not love the term. Of course, I use the term convert often. We have an online business, right? It's like we talk about conversion rates and all those things are important. But um, the root of the word glamour is deception. And I don't want to be a glamorous salesperson. And I want to move my units. I want to 10x. I want to do all those things. I love the game of, and by game I mean the play, not the seduction of what's going to work. And how do we talk to people about the solutions we offer without talking down to them? This whole thing about pressing on the pain point, I'm not into it. We try not to do things like 49.95 kind of pricing. I am speaking to the intelligence of the people that I want to serve. Yeah, creative integrity, marketing integrity. It's a big thing for me.
I think
Yeah.
that one of the things that we've noticed with, the our internet, the social media, how everything you do gets to be analyzed through the microscope in many ways. People aren't stupid. Like, and I think that's a terrible premise that's been, started. And like when you think about internet marketing in its dawn ages, was extremely ruthless, and it really had those kinds of attitudes. And I'm seeing that this is not working. Like but there was like a gap where people kind of took
Yeah.
advantage of ignorance, could
Yeah.
use these psychological triggers to gain an advantage, but it never created long-term results. And it always would be having to find new people, not nurturing the ones that are already in your ecosystem. And it became a terrible business to run.
Mm. Well, I think there's two things in what you're saying. One, there's nurturing is where it's at. Like how we refer to it and on our team is like we feed the people who have come to the farm. They're there, they're family, they're in. Like we're honored to get anybody's email address. Like we want to serve. But also to your point, I think people are just tired. They're tired. Like we can see the dip and how Instagram is responding. People are tired of the noise. They're getting behind the technology themselves. Everybody's got access to ManyChat now and all the things. So it's a combo of some people aren't falling for it because of their intelligence and and then just fatigue. Yeah.
Yeah. The world is very noisy right now, and I don't know exactly when somebody's listening to this episode and where we are in the cycle of the year, but it feels like right now there's more noise than ever. And I have a feeling that regardless of where we are, it seems like that's always being, the volume is only going up of things that are trying to take our attention, things that are happening in the world that seem to all be urgent, immediate. And so this whole concept, even if you speak about sales needing scarcity and you need to take action right now, it seems like it's becoming such a overused language. It's not even about buying. It's like even in the way the news is happening, etc. I feel like we're just having a collective exhaustion around that. And I'd be curious to know, like you're talking about how you're now much more focused on the marketing instead of the sales. And I'd be curious to see what are some changes you've made in your business in response to this that you find is very effective.
Well, I feel with you talking about the noise, I feel what's happening is the collective nervous system is really fried and taxed right now. And so um, I don't know if it was Plato or Socrates. I think this is misattributed all the time, but the quote, be kind, for everybody you meet is fighting a battle. And the way I put that is like, everybody, unless you are a monk living a monastic life, you are in fight, flight, freeze, or fawn mode. And maybe you're aware of it. And if you are winning, but we are constantly having to intentionally come back to center. The changes we've made are that I'm always asking the question. First, I believe that the business has its own nervous system. And I want my customer, our members, our listeners to have a nourishing nervous system balancing experience, engaging with the stuff, deciding whether they're going to click or not, or they're going to choose the 4 payments or whatever it is. So if there's urgency, so we only work with legitimate urgency. I'm funny. I mean, it's hard to tell right now because we're going deep, but like I'm funny and honest and transparent about things. So like, I'm in the middle of, we're launching our heart-centered planner system, a daily, a weekly, 2025, undated, all those things. We're talking a lot about it. We ship internationally, all that. And at the beginning of the campaign, we had to say, order by this date. So you get it, for the holidays or whatever it is. And what I would tell people is you actually have to order by this date. This is not false urgency marketing. Like I'm taking your orders and I'm calling the printer so you get them in time. So one thing we do is like we actually share our story about why we're doing things the way we're doing them. Why, even when I have a cart close for our Heart Center membership. So we only open the membership twice a year. And I say like, you actually have to sign up by this day because the day after is when the classes start and we just kind of go into privacy mode. So we're really, we're revealing. And I have one of my guidelines for creative integrity with the team is we talk to everybody like they are our girlfriends. And that's why I can never find a marketing writer. Like I do all of the copy, most of the copy myself, because either it sounds too gangster or too uptight or too flowery. And I'm just like, I just got to find that right combination of like, there's depth. And then we say, come on, you just like, I don't know. I'll say something funny and spicy and yeah.
Thank you so much for listening to the Selling with Love podcast. We have some previous episodes you can tune into right here. And if you prefer the short form content where you get to the point in under 10 minutes, we do have a ton of clips from our best episodes that are being shared on this channel as well. So pick which one supports you the most. And of course, thank you for liking, subscribing, and of course, selling with love.